Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Now Jackson on 1st down. Buying time was left. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
First carry now for Alex Collins. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
From the gun, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he's got Snead. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, 68 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now here's Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
Left. Here we go.
Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes steps away to his left. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Mahomes will try again on second down, eluding the pressure right. Now he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Demetrius Harris from 19 yards away. And the Chiefs are in for 6.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these harder to cover than before.
Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17.
Baltimore set to get the ball back here. This is a Ravens team, Charles, that's now lost 3 in a row, really on a slide at 4-5. And the open week may be coming at a pretty good time for them.
Yeah, that 4-2 start definitely in the rearview mirror right now. A lot of guys dinged up, 10 guys currently on the injury report. But the big story to me has been their defense, because they usually get after the quarterback so well that they can cover the pass. But the underneath routes are really starting to get to them. And since blanking Tennessee in Week 6, and didn't they sack Marcus Mariota 10 times in that ballgame, 11 times, whatever the number was? The Ravens have yielded 82 points since then. Not normal Ravens football.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On second down, Collins. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Allen Bailey. He's the one who finally gets him down for what will wind up being a loss of 16 yards. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Flush to his right. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. D. Ford. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. Here's Sam Cook now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there.
Ball going back over to Kansas City. And thinking about their game last week against Cleveland, a couple guys, good homecoming games. Travis Kelce, Kareem Hunt, both from Cleveland and played well.
Did you know Superman was created in Cleveland?
I did not, but you know everything, so you can be lying. I'll just take your word for it.
Oh, it's real. No,
okay.
this one's real. Superman's created it.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. But they face a second and long to start things out. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, 50 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. And he puts it through. Butker now to kick this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Well, Charles, the trade deadline obviously is now passed. So you look back at the number of guys that went different places. Which trade caught your eye the most?
Well, there are a few of them, and they all had one thing in common as far as I could tell. They're all made with the idea of that team winning big this year. Ha-Ha Clinton-Dix from Green Bay to Washington. Washington in first place at the time when they make the trade. They're thinking about winning their division and advancing in the playoffs, getting more help in the secondary. How about Golden Tate going from Detroit to Philadelphia? The Eagles trying to defend their Super Bowl championship, adding a receiver for Carson Wentz. Eli Apple from the Giants to New Orleans. They're thinking about not just defending the NFC South, but maybe having to play the LA Rams again in the playoffs with another corner. And Amari Cooper going from Oakland to Dallas, because Dallas believes if they have a threat out wide, it'll open things up for Ezekiel Elliott and get the Cowboys back on the beam.
Yeah, some decent names, some big trades. By the way, my favorite name in the league, Ha-Ha Clem-Dix.
No question about it. Orlando's own.
Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And this is caught. He hits more. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
Detroit!
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Dancing to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge differences we know between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Jackson now, forced out to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. First target, first catch, and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Gone! Detroit!
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Detroit!
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. He was looking for Crabtree that time.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Mahomes now to throw. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Hill with it over the middle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And that one results in 35 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. C.J. Mosley in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Or maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. I'm going to switch gears, Charles, and get your favorite play of the year so far. Look, I know we don't have a Minnesota miracle like we saw at the end of last season, but what's been the one that's caught your attention the most?
Well, wouldn't Linval Joseph picking up a fumble against Philadelphia and bringing it all the way back count as a Minnesota miracle?
That was the earth shaker.
That's a lot of man carrying the football, and he got all the way to the end zone. Oxygen. What a great play there. How about Graham Gano finishing off the New York Giants with a 63-yard field goal at the buzzer for Carolina? That was spectacular. I thought the triple reverse by Carolina against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers was something that Curtis Samuel, how far did he run? 160 yards or so in order to make that play work? Ends up as a touchdown. And just because we have to say Patrick Mahomes, it's a left-handed pass he threw earlier this year.
Oh, yeah, against Denver. And that's just kind of a microcosm of the season that he's had. He's been so magical to watch.
Just had to say Patrick Mahomes had to get something in for him because exactly what you said.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the sackmaster, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Carr on the coverage there. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. On third and long, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. Final shot before the half for Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Anthony Sherman as time expires in the first half. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
More now to return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is I'm
doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson being chased out left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. That'll bring up second down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Second and 10. Here's Jackson again, eluding the pressure. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And Owen coughed it up. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. Well, you know, we've got a pretty big sample size now from the NFL season, Charles. I want to ask you, going back to the draft, who was the biggest steal in 2018?
Well, the biggest steal is Philip Lindsay.
Oh, guy that wasn't even drafted?
Wasn't even drafted, but how about what the Denver personnel department did, identifying him ahead of time, potentially not being drafted and ready to pounce when the call didn't come for him. And what a job he's done for them, running it, catching it, open field guy, in traffic, he's done it all. I think Saquon Barkley from the Giants has been everything as advertised. Calvin Ridley with Atlanta has been spectacular. Quentin Nelson, offensive guard with the Colts. He was Rookie of the Month, wasn't he?
Yeah, back in October. How about that?
Yeah, how about that for an offensive lineman? And we've had 4 quarterbacks start games: Mayfield, Darnold, Allen, and Rosen.
And Quentin Nelson, one final note on that. He was the first offensive lineman ever given that award, so hats off to him.
Definitely.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. C.J. Mosley. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
The drive starts with a run by Collins. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, with that incompletion, Charles, I want to revisit our preseason Super Bowl picks.
Must we?
Well, we're getting closer and closer toward the playoffs. So
we have to revisit
who
them?
did you have? You had the Falcons.
I had Atlanta.
But you couldn't predict all those injuries the Falcons
Couldn't
had.
predict all the injuries, and heading into their open week, they had won 2 in a row. And then beat Washington after the open week. So all is not lost, but still enough guys are out that maybe it's not the best prediction. But I did have Pittsburgh, I believe, on the AFC side.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. D. Ford in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. And he's got Snead. And some room to maneuver. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big-time 3rd down play for the Ravens. 45 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage. Again, the 25. 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And some room to roam now. He's to the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
On second down, Jackson. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. They go play action with Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. C.J. Mosley in there yet again. My goodness, make it 5 sacks for him now in this one game alone. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Mahomes to throw. And going deep for Hill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And he's got some space here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He's got the hook up to John Brown to the right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chris Jones. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Watching that Barney.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson rolling to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Hill. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are going to...
Wow. This nigga quit. Just make niggas quick, that's all.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, spread right, smack. Spread left.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Bortles to throw on second down. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Bortles to Cole for the Jacksonville first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Punch right.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Green 80.
That would carry for the fullback. This is Tommy Bahama. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Fournette, a first down carry. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Spread right, 72. Check. Green 80.
Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down. Bortles going to try and throw on 3rd down. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Bortles going to go on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Mahomes now on 1st down.
Oh, my
And this
God.
ball will be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Jacksonville, Charles, is a team that you and I have talked about a lot this year because there was all that anticipation coming into the season on the heels of 2017, but the first half of the year was just not kind to them, and they entered their bye week on a 4-game losing skid. Blake Bortles in and out of the lineup. Leonard Fournette out of the lineup. I don't know what to make of 2018 for this team.
Yeah, I don't either. They moved Dante Fowler Jr. to Los Angeles in a trade at the deadline, but I still feel like there's something there. This team is too talented to be in this type of a skid. And apart from games with the Steelers and the Texans, schedule is favorable on the back end. Let's see if guys like Calais Campbell can lead them back to some of the success they had in 2017.
They go play action here on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Justin Houston in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Green 80. Green 80.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a gain of 7, and just like that, it's third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Flushed out right, and that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Lambeau, he missed it. He missed it left. No good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, Charles, we got a second here. Let's do an MVP check-in right now at this point in the season. Is Patrick Mahomes your headliner?
He is for me. Look, second year playing, one start as a rookie, and what he's done so far, it's been absolutely spectacular. Magnificent consistency. Hasn't had any real dips. Now, before the season, you know I was focused in on Todd Gurley, and he continues to power the Rams' attack. He has to be in the conversation. Drew Brees, how many completions does he throw per game? 1 or 2? It's unbelievable with his accuracy. Tom Brady is still Tom Brady and wins big games. Phillip Rivers with a strong second half could get...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue able to drop him for a loss of 4.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again. Calais Campbell in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Brand City.
Now here's Mahomes. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And this will get them all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chiefs are in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Butker now to kick this one away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there. You've given yourself a chance. You're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Bortles. And that is incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Bortles. Over the middle, complete. It's Cole. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
On second down, here's Bortles. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Throwing is Bortles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A big loss there of 9 yards on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up first and 10. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Burnt.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. His favorite target, Travis Kelsey, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this one is incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Broken tackle. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught by Watkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first.
Green 90. Black 58, rail. Black 50.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete.
Get the fuck
Couldn't
out of
keep
here.
his feet in. 2nd down.
Let's see, as we look forward, get closer and closer to the postseason, what do you think if you had to pick the Super Bowl teams right now, who would you take?
Let me start in the NFC. And I think that the Rams and New Orleans seem to have separated a little bit right now. They seem to be the prime 2 teams.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Bortles now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Hitchens in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now here comes Kansas City. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game.
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Malik Jackson there to make the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Mahomes now to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Telvin Smith in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, spread right, spread right, spread right, spread right, snap.
Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Hey, let's go, trip flip, trip flip.
Bortles to throw on second down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Bortles on the give to Fournette. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Room to run inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 35-yard line. Now Bortles. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Bortles now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
380. 380.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
I'm a little surprised right here. They got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got.
Mike 39, Lucid. Omaha.
He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the